Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another video in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And today we're covering one of the assault battles. This is the Forest Moon event where you battle against Ewoks and you can use either Empire or Droid characters in any combination that you choose. This is probably one of the tougher, if not the toughest, of the assault battles in my opinion. The Empire team is a pretty good squad. There's also some useful droids with the addition of R2-D2 and BB-8, and you can put together a good squad. To me, one of the most important aspects to this, unfortunately, is speed. A lot of other events, you can use a certain character. If you have Darth Nihilus, then you can pretty much cheese the Places of Power Jedi battle by using Annihilate, having it ready at the end, at the last wave, at the start of the final wave of the battle. And there are some tricks to the other ones as well. But for this one, it is a grind. You need to just blast your way through it. Having control abilities, Fracture for Thrawn is certainly helpful. The Emperor's 2-turn stun, if you can get a shock on and then apply the stun, certainly helps. But at the end of the day, you need to take a lot of turns because there are some Ewoks with a ton of health, and they go fast. And so to get your damage out, to get your control abilities out, you need speed. So for this run, you can see the team I'm using right now. I'm flipping through them quickly. Feel free to slow down the video or pause if you want to see the stats in a little more detail. Basically, I'm relying on Emperor Palpatine. He is my lead and my second fastest character. I think Thrawn, I have him on my arena team, so he is also modded very well for speed. Darth Vader has average mods. I don't use him for a lot, but he is in my fleet arena, so I have some, 4 or 5 dot mods on him, but he's not modded for speed, so his speed mods are certainly lacking. And you can see Snowtrooper and TIE Fighter Pilot are naked, no mods on them at all. So they're there because they have AoE abilities, and under an Emperor Palpatine lead, when they apply debuffs to multiple targets, they get pretty good turn meter back, so they're there to just speed up the whole team and clean up the damage on these weaker enemies. So we're in the first wave, and the deadly enemies are ones you really have to watch out for. You can easily, and I do, lose characters in this first wave. The enemies, you don't have turn meter built up, so the enemies get a couple of attacks in, and if they double hit or triple hit either my Snowtrooper or my TIE Fighter Pilot, I could lose them. And obviously if that happens, I restart and come back into the battle and hope for a little bit of RNG. One thing that's nice with Grand Admiral Thrawn, of course not everybody has him, but another plug for him as a great character. I've actually beaten this mission without Grand Admiral Thrawn. I've subbed in Royal Guard, who is pretty good because he has a stun, which is great. You could probably do it with R2-D2 if you have him modded, but Thrawn is great because he can regenerate protection. So as your guys take hits, if the opportunity presents itself, you can do some protection regen, which just makes your guys a little bit more tanky. So the second wave there was pretty easy. You didn't need a walkthrough there. The third wave we're coming up to, again, it's a lot of low health, high damage characters, especially the archers, the Ewok scouts with the bow. They can one-hit characters very easily, even well-modded, well-geared characters. So I always take those out first. And you also want to be aware of the Ewok Elder who can revive. If he revives, sometimes he'll revive one of the scouts, and the scout will get a turn immediately and take out one of your characters from the graveyard, it looks like. So that's pretty brutal. So usually then you kind of can bounce back and forth, depending on your turn meter, depending on what attacks you have available, the warriors or the Ewok Elder. If you can get ability block on the healer, he can't res, so that's good. Then you can wait another turn and take out the other support characters, the warriors here. One thing to make sure that you're using whenever you can is the special event ability, and the way that you can use it is to delay your turns. One of the challenging things about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is that there's no passive turn. You always have to make one of your actions a turn, and usually that involves an attack. But using the special event basically allows a character to pass. They recover some health at the same time, which is good. but you can use that for certain waves. You want to have an AoE ability ready. So you don't want Palpatine or Vader to go into one of those waves with low turn meter. So you can kind of pass. If I'm on the last enemy, it's on low health, and Palpatine's turn is up, well, I'll pass. I'll use the event ability, pass the turn on, and then once Emperor Palpatine's gotten to 50% turn meter, whoever's turn it is now, I'll use to kill the final unit. So keep that in mind. The fourth wave is one of the challenging waves in this battle. It's probably the second most challenging wave, as is often the case. Usually 4 and 8 are the two hurdles that you need to clear. In this wave, we had some low health, high damage enemies, so we can take those out. But then you're going to be left with 2 Ewok Elders and a T-Bow. And the Ewok Elders are challenging because they can res in turn, they can heal, they can cleanse, they can do all this stuff. And T-Bow I would ignore. You can save him for last. He's not going to do much damage. He's not going to cause you too much trouble, and he'll stealth, so he's going to be tough to lock down anyway. But the other thing you need to do is take down the Ewok Elders evenly, because if you take down one and the other's at full health, it's probably going to get a revive off before you kill it, and that's going to maybe bring back the other Ewok Elder. So typically the way to do this is to whittle them both down evenly and then kill them in short succession of each other. But every time one of the little deadly Ewoks comes back, you have to take them out first, because they might be able to one-shot one of your characters. So there, that was ideal. You can see I was able to get the AoE from Palpatine, taking down both of the Ewok Elders at the same time, and then you're just left with T-Bow. And with this team, not difficult to keep a T-Bow on lockdown. We can use Fracture. TIE Fighter Pilot is great if you don't have Thrawn. TIE Fighter Pilot is great to put Tenacity down on to help your Royal Guard. If you're using Royal Guard instead, his stun may not be landing if you don't have him modded for Tenacity, but if you have TIE Fighter Pilot, you can land a critical hit, it'll apply Tenacity down, and that can really help you control these higher end enemies, the Ewok Elders, Chirpa, who's going to be coming up in Wave 8, and all that. If you get the Tenacity down, you'll really be able to stick your debuffs, whereas you might have trouble if you don't. So now we're on to Wave 5, and again, a pretty quick wave here. You want to use AoE to get these guys down, and then once I saw they were all weak, one of Snowtrooper's abilities is every time you get a kill, you can gain some turn meter. So I had all of them at really low health. I knew I'd be able to clean them up without them getting a shot off at me. So now we're in Wave 6, and this is just, it's one of those, it's not too hard of a wave, but you don't want to fall asleep and let something bad happen. Again, these aren't deadly enemies, but I like to take the scouts out first, stun when possible, and then have your cooldowns ready if you can at the end of the wave. I blew a Fracture there. I didn't want to take too much damage. I didn't want to lose TIE Fighter Pilot or Snowtrooper before getting to the last round. It's nice to have every single one of your damaging attackers up, because a lot of reses come out on turn 8, and you want as many chances to intercept those guys as possible before they're able to take out one of your characters. So now that we've got the situation under control, I'll try and heal up characters as I need to with Thrawn's ability, and cycle through some basics to whittle this guy down and then get to the next wave, hopefully with most of our abilities ready to go. So we'll put out another basic, and you could delay the turn here. I could have passed for the Emperor, but going into turn 7, not as critical as when we go into turn 8. So I did the damage, but there's an argument there to use the special event ability and pass the turn and have Emperor Palpatine come into this one with more turn meter. So again, it's a couple of support guys, none of the deadly enemies, but the scouts still do high damage, and we've got an Ewok Elder in support who can res these guys. So controlling him, stunning him might be good. We're going to put some AoEs out, get some debuffs, cycle our turn meter back up, and we want to thin this herd out as much as we can before they start taking turns. So whenever I have a chance to take one of these Ewoks out, I'm going to try and do it. And there you can see Snowtrooper took a big hit and was almost eliminated. And there you go. So, not ideal. Wave 7, we've already lost a character, but Snowtrooper is not critical, so I decided to press on, and spoiler alert, we are able to defeat this without Snowtrooper for the final wave. So, not a big loss there, but something to be aware of. Even though this wave doesn't have the deadly enemies, it still is a tricky one that you need to manage and not fall asleep on. So we're going into the last wave, and we want to be a little conscious here. I want to have Fracture available. I want to have my AoEs available. And so I use Palpatine's basic, but again, I probably should have used the event special there. I might have been a little frustrated thinking, oh, I'm done, I'm not going to beat this without Snowtrooper, and didn't quite play that as well as I could have. But it works out. Vader had his AoE up, and we take out all of the support units in our first round before they get to attack, which is great. So now we're going to try to control the situation. But remember, this is the bonus tier of the event. And in the bonus tier, and I think also in the second tier, when you take out Ewok Elder, every Ewok that is currently dead gets revived. So you need to take out the deadly enemies whenever possible because they will kill you in one hit. They can one hit just about any character. However, if everything is dead when you kill Ewok Elder, they'll all come back, and that can be pretty dangerous too. So what we're going to do here is try to whittle down Ewok Elder while limiting Chirpa's turns. We want to stun him, we want to put buff immunity, because Chirpa can get some speed up going, some retribution going. We want to avoid that if possible. So we're going to control Chirpa, do as much damage to Ewok Elder as we can, snipe the deadly support Ewoks whenever they get revived, and then find a good time to take out Ewok Elder, hopefully when we have AoE available, so that we can once again sweep the field and remove all those deadly Ewoks when they come back. So, we got Ewok Elder really low there. Now this was kind of great. I don't need to kill these deadly Ewoks. I stunned 2 of them. The third one just came up. So now when I kill Ewok Elder, only 1 gets revived. So that's great. And now we can go and clean them up. We have our AoEs. That was a really fortunate turn of events. The res didn't hurt us. They didn't get a free turn. We had our stun up. Stunned the ones that got revived. Able to take out Ewok Elder. And then able to clean up the rezzed Ewoks. And now we've just got Chirpa. He's locked down. He's in place. And we're going to clean this up and get a win. So that was a great way that can go. But you can't always plan that. Even if nothing is rezzed, you need to keep the field completely clean. As long as you have an AoE ready in short succession after taking out Ewok Elder, you'll be fine. Have TIE Fighter Pilot ready to go. Have Vader ready to follow up. You just, again, use your pass, the event special to pass the turn when you can, and you'll be set up. As long as you're paying attention to it, you'll be able to do it. You do need a pretty good team for this, but you have some flexibility being able to use both Ewok and Empire abilities. So, let me know what you guys thought about this event. I like this one. It's kind of fun and challenging. It's not a cakewalk. There's no one set team that you need for this one. So it's fun. Getting Ewok shards is good. You need them for the ATST battle, and they're going to be useful now, I think, in territory wars as a cohesive unit. So if this video helped you out, please let me know in the comment below. I'd love to hear how you completed it, what team you use, if you're struggling with it. Feel free to ask a question. I'll try to help out where I can. And if the video did help you out, leave a like, let me know. And as always, you can subscribe to Meat City Gaming for future Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.